Okay. All right, hello. I'm here. As per usual, I'm gonna fiddle around with my stream for a second. In theory, I have this working a little better now. I don't have to mess around with multiple streams at the same time. Well, I'm doing 2 streams, but it is, rather than doing 2 separate interfaces on here, just streams them both at once. Hopefully my audio is good. I did some tweaking with that too. I can see what it sounds like. Test. Hopefully my audio is good. I did some tweaking with that too. I can see what it sounds like. Test. Hopefully my audio is good. I did some tweaking with that too. Now we're just on an infinite loop. Cool. Cool. Let me just share my stuff. Okay. More card designing today. Although I'm a little bit unsure of exactly what I want to be doing. I don't know, today's been kind of hard to focus, honestly. I have my item cards, which, again, I need to kind of have these done, at least somewhat presentable for my devlogs. And then I'm also going to need, got a few different status effect cards that I need. And those will just be, for the video. Obviously, while they are for the video, it is kind of nice to have them. They're going to be, it's all conceptualizing, even if it's just, technically created for the video or visuals, All right. Hopefully my chats are working again today too, because last time they were not. Cool. All right, that here, then all right. Question is, what am I doing today? Kind of unsure what to do with this card. I guess maybe I pull up my old item cards and see how I can compare that. Because felt like my old item cards had more going for them. Maybe that's just me. 2.0. That's really more like Soul 4. Let's pull up. Our plate. I mean, there's a lot on here. I guess there's the item subtype. That's not what I need to include. I guess I use carrots for the instead of bullet points, because like here. Oh, this looks kind of cleaner, honestly, without the sort of bullet point carrot or whatever. Oh god. Just pretend for a second, though. Yeah, I don't like that. I can maybe see. I think we ended up using the carrot, because, like, originally I think we did the dash, but with, like, plus and minus and stuff. I don't know the shortcut key to do a bullet point. Windows X. I can spell. Alt 0149. Alt 0149. I don't know. I don't know. That actually looks kind of cool. I also just remade the background today, the hexagons. Not those. Come on. Like background hexagons. Because one, I want to make sure they're consistent with my color schemes. And two, the one I had originally was just stolen. I want to make my own asset. But yeah, I'm kind of stuck. I mean, I've got a lot of negative space, which is annoying. You know, there's some indicators, like the ones that are on the side here. They are kind of unnecessary. They look nice, and they're a quick, like, oh yeah, this is what's on the card. And they'll probably be bigger than what's, you know, on the text. But, because, like, you know, in theory, there's going to be, like, well, this is all just flavor text, which I honestly don't know. But yeah, these icons here, I don't know how necessary they are. I mean, it says, you know, this is armor, which, you know, this will be armor. And this, instead of saying ARM, will probably say, just be this icon instead. I'll probably want card art. But I honestly don't know. How did I do it? Did it say armor and then longsword? No, it just says longsword. And then the background is the weapon type. Which makes sense. And I'm just using my old Yeah, my I'm using my old items just to kind of get everything together. Like, a lot of this isn't gonna work the same way. My items are too, I don't want to say like crunchy, but crunchy. They're too, you know, mechanically heavy, like the rest of my old game. But it doesn't care. Now let's show you the spreadsheet. I'm not on it today, so I apologize. Okay, full display. Yeah, so first the chat's kind of in the way, but yeah, I've got, you know, item, type of item, subtype, rarity, item description, which is generally just flavor text in the old one, and I don't know if I want flavor text. I mean, it's kind of cool, but I also want stuff to be adaptable and usable for every sort of use case for a character. I don't want it necessarily beholden to its you know, its text. So I'm not sure about that. Affixes, that's just actually its effect. Then weight and gold cost, or money, whatever you want to call it. I don't think I'm gonna have money cost actually. Is that true? Yeah, that might be true. Because I think I want the, I mean, maybe I could have suggested gold cost, money cost, because that's kind of annoying. Like, when I'm playing D&D or something like that, and, you know, I want to give my players an item, I have to, like, go look up a chart and be like, oh, how much does that cost? I mean, obviously I could wing it, but, I think I'd rather, yeah, so maybe I do want a cost in there. And that's just like a balancing thing, right? Your economy is part of the balance, in a sense. Let me double check, make sure all this stuff. All right. Yeah, I guess weight, cost, and item type are the other things that we've added here. Which means I can probably remove some of this extra space up top. By remove, I mean utilize it for other stuff. This is the first draft, though. I'm not really too concerned about not too concerned about it being perfect. Like, weight and cost just isn't that important. Maybe do it like smaller at the bottom. What item was this? Reactive blast. Oh, okay. Don't need to be sharing all my stuff. Let's see, reactive blast. Not that I need to do this specifically, but it need to just be armor, right? Subtype is armor. Is a warrior. don't hate it, kind of nabbed in, or whatever you want to call it. There, and then so far off. No. Oh, you know what? It's probably because I'm on this. More. Oh, there we go. That's X. Conveniently covered up by my camera. Let's see. Yeah, I was also thinking of having card art. I don't know where. Say maybe here, or I could do it on the bottom, like my abilities. But it's like whatever. I'm so like I'm so unsure about card art, because like it's really important to a trading card game a lot of times, just because it's, you know, it's such a drawing factor to people like, you know, playing the game, but it's also like so time consuming to make. Obviously, like I'd have to draw pictures for every single thing. So I don't know. I don't know, man. Alright, let's just test. Let's just do something like that. I have a vision in my mind. Let's see if it actually looks good. Just implement the cost and the weight. Cards we want. We're gonna want wait. Illustrator real quick. I might want to change this to like a little like different symbol. I always had it sort of this sort of weight symbol, but I'm not sure I'm in love with it anymore. don't think it ever was, but also not 100% sure I want weight as a thing. It always ended up being sorry, I keep yawning. Always ended up being a sort of secondary stat more than anything else. Or not secondary, not even secondary. I mean, I had a whole video on it where it just kind of was, with the exception of things that didn't relate to weight. So. Oh, right. Forgot why I didn't combine it originally. Everything. Libraries. We want this to be. It's save. Photoshop. Alright. What if we just do like Pokemon cards? It's like I'm not very bottom. It's you. And again, I don't know what I'm going to do for weight. Do one. I don't know. I mean, that could be interesting, right? Just smaller indicators. I feel like a lot of my indicators are way too large a lot of the time. Because when you look at other games, again, I don't know. Anyone watching? Anyone? How's everyone doing? Trying to. I think yeah. Actually, I kind of like that. Makes me kind of want to do it for more icons. But these are like the least important ones, right? And then for money, just in say 3,500. This card kind of looks like a hot mess right now, though. It's too visually something. I don't know what yet, but. But come along, it's something. We wanted money. Also not sure about this icon. I was like, what should I make my money icon? And I'm like, what if it looks like somewhere between like a yen and a dollar sign, or a yen? I don't know. Mix of currencies, right? Not sure how I feel, but it's cool. It is something. What was money? Orange. Leave some space in case we want it to be like an item that's 14,000 pounds or something. Yeah, I'm still not 100% certain on this, but actually, I don't know. There's just too much going on the card. I feel like it's kind of too all over the place. Honestly, I feel like these top indicators should be going across the top rather than where they are. Like they should be sideways rather than let's just try it out. I don't think it's working the way it is. I don't know when my camera decides to like reset every hour. Maybe something like this. Cross. I always have to like make sure that like subcategories have room to be there. Makes sense. Oh, I don't know if I like that either. Anyone got any thoughts? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's it. What about like something more in the middle? Like goes in the middle. Right here. Better. But then again, I hate having like an angle there because, oh, yo, Knight, what's up? How'd the icons turn out? Good. Let me see. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So, I have them somewhere. Here's somewhere old icons. Different. Pull them up. Oh wait, you can't even see them. Open all these without it breaking. Yeah, so they turned out okay. I wouldn't say particularly amazing. But I think they're good enough for a temporary thing. Let's switch over to Illustrator. So yeah, I got so basically an eyeball crossed out for like discrete stuff that's, you know, less visible, right? And we got the opposite, which is obviously just the eye. It's gonna be like a flashier object, something that's more noticeable. Loud, obviously just an audio symbol. Let me see, I thought I had one that was quiet. Yeah, quiet's just, you know, same deal. Some of these, I mean, are pretty recognizable or already existing icons, but I think that's usually what you want an icon is someone just look at it and be like, oh, that's exactly what that means. So, then I have messy, which is just a splat, which is like, you know, you have something, you know, an object that would make a mess, or you'd notice the after effects of it, essentially. Precise is the opposite. I'm not really happy with that one. It's like a little crossed out version. Yeah, it seems pretty straightforward. Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely pretty straightforward stuff. This one, yeah, I think probably needs to be different, but I was running out of brain power yesterday, and that's basically where I ended. That's actually a great idea, sparkles. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think, because like it's clean, but I don't necessarily say it's like, obviously clean is the opposite of messy, but I feel like for this it might be something more like, because like the example I would use is like, you know, you're using a like a knife, right? If you stab someone, that might create a mess, you might get blood everywhere. Or like, you know, you're using a grenade, right? And that's gonna blow up stuff or whatever. Whereas the opposite of that isn't necessarily yeah, exactly. Yeah, more like it affects the world around it. So I don't know if, I mean, the sparkle is actually a good idea. I might go with that. I'll have to think about that, because yeah, it's just like if the opposite would be like, you know, you have a weapon that's like a syringe or something, right? Where people aren't going to notice that you did it, and it's very, I guess it's still sort of discreet, right? Maybe there isn't really an opposite, because that would just bring us back to like, you know, the flashy or discreet thing. That's just kind of, I don't know, stuff to think about there. But and then I had lastly, like a nose, where it's if it has like a smell, right, or odorless, which is crossed out. But yeah, I don't know, stuff I'm gonna have to think about. Yeah, that one seems like it might be redundant, because it feels like it's just the opposite of messy is kind of going to discreet. So maybe there isn't always a, you know, thing and an opposite of it. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it. How's your game coming along? Making any progress? Working on some character customization stuff and trying to figure out why it's not working properly. Yeah. I always hate troubleshooting. Yeah, no, I get that. That's cool. Makes sense. Like, are you able to, like, what kind of character customization, like appearance, or is it more like items or something like that? Okay, yeah. Is it for your character or like other characters around you? Because you said you're doing like a detective game. Is it first person, the game, or is it more like you can both? Okay. That's pretty cool, though. I feel like I haven't really seen games like that with character customization, which I think is cool. I mean, I can't say I've played like a ton of, like, at least if I'm imagining what the style of your game is, like, I feel like a lot of that is more, you know, the art is usually set in stone. That's cool. I like that. Maybe that's just me not being super familiar with the genre, but all the customization stuff is just for fun. But I've got one storyline that actually uses clothing to get you to solve a puzzle. Oh, that's fun. That's awesome. Is that sort of like a almost like a meta puzzle, or is it more like or is it more just, you know, something that makes sense, like, oh, if you're trying to, you know, break in somewhere, you have to wear their, like, a proper clothing for that or something. Also, apologies if I don't make much sense today. My brain is fried for no reason. I've been trying to work on this stuff, and it's just not coming easily to me right now. Plane. Honestly, I really don't know if I want text like that. God. Main goal of the storyline is to get the player to take the bullet from someone by impersonating them. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. That's awesome. I just do not know how I want to do this. Like this down here, but I feel like the rest of the card. Then obviously I could have card art. I need to study more cards. I feel like it's okay. I really just don't have the time to do so much card art. But the problem with because part of me is like, oh, I could just do, you know, AI art, but you know, that's very obviously very what's the word? Frowned upon, I guess, or very taboo area. I mean, I'd like to draw everything. Man, do I not have the time. Or not skilled enough. Plus, like, even if you know, AI art was acceptable in the art community, it would be very difficult to get it on like other platforms, because like stuff like Steam or whatever, if I end up making this end up making the digital version, they will not accept any sort of AI created stuff. It is not kosher. Although a lot of the deck building community, yeah, a lot, because it is easy and not necessarily all of them know how to do art. Interesting dichotomy there. What? What do you think of the cards so far? Am I doing all right? I feel like my wheels are just spinning, but I'm not doing anything. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of negative space, but yeah. song keeps coming up and it's not in my playlist. Cool. Yeah, I feel like there's just too much information on the card, almost. And I guess the text isn't really it's not indicative of my like current version of the game. It's very my old version, which is very, very mechanically heavy. So it's just kind of just not sure how to feel about it. Oh man, maybe I should let's just do some research. Look at some cards that exist for other games. Item cards. No, so these are the item cards, and then I have the ones that we were looking at originally, like when you first joined, is my ability cards. Despite what the name might say here, this is filler text, but yeah, these are going to be the ability cards. These ones, I probably need to trim this down. Again, I feel like a lot of my cards are looking very too much stuff. There's too much, which is kind of narrowing down what I. And then I have these are status effect cards. And those will either be played in your hand or like directly onto your items, I think. So yeah, there's a lot of different types. But yeah, this is going to be all different sort of items. Oh, I'm so sorry. There we go. Items. Sorry. So these are the item cards. Sorry, I was sharing the wrong screen. Yeah, here's my item cards. Obviously I'm gonna need, there's a lot of negative space here, but item cards, ability cards, which is the one where I was showing you first time we were on stream, and then or I was on stream. And then I have status effect cards, which are these right now. And then those will have like different things like like fire or something. Yeah, there's a lot of different card types, but yeah. Just trying to figure out what these are even gonna look like. I think honestly all these icons at the top are redundant. I don't think I like them because it's all gonna be shown in the text of the card. And while it's kind of nice to have like a quick reference, I don't really think it's going to do much for me. So I think those are just going to... I spent the time on work on it. And so this... that... maybe... Make sure my streams are still working because they were broken the other day. Oh, they are still working. Perfect. Perfect. What's my largest sub? Like text-wise, power. Out of curiosity, there's only gonna be so many characters here. There is. So maybe I think I really should just have these icons smaller, honestly. Less is more approach kind of deal. Maybe. Just making this all up as I go. Kind of don't I? I'm just thinking these just small up here instead. I don't really like how the top of the bottom there turned out. I don't know. And I guess this doesn't have to be like the end all be all either, but like be nice to get it somewhat decent looking to start. There we go. I don't know. I think that looks maybe better. Something like that. And then maybe putting my And then the text maybe up here. And then maybe we do something like redo these boxes here. It's not lined up or anything correctly. And honestly, maybe behind the text, we just do gray box. Like, grayish. It's transparent. Yeah, I don't know. This is something. And then maybe the money and weight we just do like this. Actually, I might this armor. So the, the type of item. I mean, what do we think of that? Clean, I think. It's kind of what I'm going for. Yes. Yeah, again, I might have card art, but I just don't. I just don't know if I have the time to keep, to draw a picture for every single card. Like, my last version of the game had, 420 cards or something like that. 400, I don't know, a lot. If I had to make an art for every card, then it's like, whew, that's a lot of drawings. And this game, in theory, could have many more. I mean, obviously, I'm trying to minimize that a little bit, but I'm trying to make stuff better rather than just quantity over quality. Yeah. I don't know, looks clean at the very least. All right. I think we're gonna go with that for now. Not perfect. And it probably needs card art. I think the thing with like newer cards is that they don't have these like top and bottom banners. So when it gets, I mean, they have like the thing, you know, across the entire card. A lot of more modern cards like that. I'm not saying wouldn't look cool. It does look cool, damn it. Oh, man. That's kind of sick. And these ones actually don't matter. Like, I don't need to have bottom card art necessarily. Like I had in my other example. I'm using AI to make it. Yeah. I didn't call it, wait, image and call it. Heart thing covers up. There we go. Try using AI to make an image and then call it. Yeah. Yeah, I've been, you know, definitely thinking about doing AI, even though it's, I don't know, there's just such a stigma against it. I just don't want to, not even the stigma, right? Like, it's not even about that. It's just like, if I wanted to put this on certain platforms, you just can't, right? Like, you can't put it on, like Steam or something like that if I end up making the digital version and that kind of stuff. So but yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. That does look cool, right? The drawing each individual thing could be super time consuming. But that does look cool, right? Like, very simplistic. It's got all the information on the correct areas that you want. I should create a font for my icons. Well, I can just do this. I can just do this in Dexterous, which is just going to make everything easier, but I probably should start doing that relatively soon, but just easier to prototype in Photoshop. Well, this is like really hard to, the text is hard to see against that. Does it look better against? Yeah, it looks much better against the flat background. But that's partly because like this could be much more, yeah, see, like, I don't know. Nothing I want. Well, maybe this layer's pointless. Okay, yeah, for now I'm gonna end up doing just this and this, and move this up. And that will be the card. Like I said, a lot of negative space. Don't 100% like that, but that's not to say certain items won't use a lot more space to like say what they do. So I'm not really sure how to feel about that. Because, like, unlike a, you know, a traditional deck builder, I have, you know, a lot of this is going to be, you know, it's going to have a lot more words to describe what things are doing. Because one of the reasons I wanted to go deck based is because, you know, different cards and stuff are like, you know, a lot of games already, like D&D uses, you know, they're like D&D, what are they called? Spell decks. Dungeons and Dragons, D&D. I mean, just like look at some of these cards, right? Like look at just look at how much is on one of these cards. There's so much text, right? So it's like, does that actually, I don't know. Obviously, like, some of these things have probably too many words. A lot of time the you know, a lot of time D&D is really wordy, and like the DM could technically interpolate the thing how they want to, but wow, there's just a lot of stuff. I don't know. Gonna have to look into that for sure. I think I'm slowing down a bit. My brain's starting to become less active. How's everyone's day today? God, I can't talk. I'm just trying to I think I'm probably gonna maybe finish up this card, and I gotta go grocery shopping. I do adult chores, and then paint my walls probably. So I moved into a new house, so behind this screen is just an absolute mess. Yeah, I mean, I think this is pretty good. I think I'm pretty happy with this. I like the more minimalist approach, which makes me look at this one and be like, this is too much. I think part of it is just like these icons. And that looks a lot better. The possibility to use photos and edit them to look more sci-fi. I mean, potentially. Potentially. I mean, I'm trying to think how I would do that. I guess you could use like stock elements and stuff like that, right? Yeah, you can use stock elements and do something like, you know, putting them together, or, you know, drawing over some of that stuff. Of course, you know, I'd have to have like be able to draw realism if that were the case. I guess it kind of depends. depends on what sort of elements I could get. One of my thoughts was, a lot of time like the AI argument is that like you're stealing other people's you know um, art style or something like that. You're like people obviously take a lot of time to train and like do art, and then people are just throwing it over something and creates your art style or whatever. But I was thinking about just drawing a bunch of stuff and then training an AI on my art and then it wouldn't be using anyone else's art style. It would only be mine. It just would make art faster. I don't know exactly how that works because it has to have some sort of base knowledge of like what things are, right? That could be kind of interesting. I think Quarter Digital sort of did a little bit of that with their like rock paper scissors anime thing. But I think that would be that. I always thought that would be kind of interesting. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I could just take existing, stock images or something that's, easily accessible. Of course, that costs money. So, either I'm spending my time or my money. So, hard to say. Well, I guess there's free stuff out there, but that always takes more, time to find. So. Ugh. Of course, now that I've pointed my camera up, and then slouching down more. Yeah, like with these status effect cards, I was like, oh yeah, I'll have like little images for each one, and I'm like, and then I create little icons as well. But that was the other thought, is maybe do like a minimalistic approach on art, like do silhouettes or something, or honestly even like pixel art. Although that's not necessarily to say pixel art's any easier than normal drawing, right? Ooh, excuse me. I realize my sound music might be slightly too loud. Oh, whatever. Now I'm wondering if like these icons are too large, but I don't think so. I mean, they're like the most important part of the card. No, I'm just going back and forth. All right. I think I might call it. Maybe. I don't know. Is this interesting? I don't know, just looking at this card. God, let's see. Yeah, this is one of my old item cards. This look like this. They're of course portrait, or sorry, landscape instead of portrait. Which was interesting, but if you're you're actually holding this in your hand, then it's if when I make a physical version, it's not going to be ideal. Yeah, it says wait. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna be staring at this if I stay here, so probably just going to call it a day this time. And maybe and then probably come back on Tuesday. I was thinking about maybe doing like some game stuff, like doing some like gaming stuff on weekends, like playing just some sort of game that I like. Risk of Rain or something, one of my favorite games. What kind of games do you guys like, out of curiosity? Well, obviously this is like a card game, but what video games you guys like? Mode looking on this at all? It's kind of cool, but kind of weird. Something's actually kind of cool. Oh, it's some crack. Aren't necessarily helpful. All right, y'all. My brain's not working anymore, so I am out of here. I will be back again on Tuesday. Yeah, I mean, I think I made decent progress. I actually made the card. Hopefully, at some point this weekend, I will be able to of course, when I look at my chat and I just like say I'm about to go, there's like 3 more people. But yeah, I think I'm going to what was I even saying? Yeah, I'm trying to get this devlog out. Does anyone want to see, you want to see a sneak preview? Anyone? Maybe? Could do that before I go. But yeah, I'm trying to get this devlog out. Hopefully I can finish over the weekend. A lot of it's like riding on these cards, like I just need to get them done so I can have some visuals. And then once that's done, I will obviously I can post that. I'm trying to think what we'll do for the streams, because yeah, the cards were partly to get that done. Obviously, I guess the visuals on this guy need to get done a little bit better. A lot of the it's kind of just it needs polish. I mean, this looks a lot better than this. But yeah, I mean the basics are there, and maybe I'll change it around a bit. Because honestly, looking at this, seeing how clean it is, it feels like I should go in that direction. But so I guess I can finish polishing up this card, and then I don't think what other art I'll need to do. I mean, I can just do drawing, right? Like you know, more of this kind of guy. I can show you my little robot guy I was working on too. He's pretty cute. This little art. And this is actually like one of the better drawings I think I've ever done. There he is. I actually tried doing like values this time. I had never really tried before. These are sort of more to like paint with like additive and subtractive lighting and stuff, but line art. I showed just the so I do this. That's what he looked like before I added color. So I, you know, used a lot of the masking tool and stuff like that, which I don't normally do. So that was kind of cool. Yeah, just a little guy. A little robot boy. I also have different faces for him. Little eyes. Little happy eyes. Sad eyes. Kind of like bored or annoyed and angry. That was kind of fun. Might do well, I got yeah, I want to do like different mouth shapes and stuff. Anyway, I was thinking about having him as like maybe a little animated character for my devlogs and stuff, but it's also a lot of effort. So unsure what to do there, but yeah, hopefully I'll get my my devlog together. Anyway, yeah, kind of went off on a tangent there, but yeah, my goal will be to get my devlog done. Once that's done, I will probably try and find I'll try to figure out what else I'm doing. I know I'm gonna want to do a lot of drawing and stuff like that, so probably can expect some sort of drawing for streams. But anyway, all right, that's it for me. Y'all have a good night, and I will see you again on Tuesday. All right, goodbye.